This is a overview video of the ShiftDay scorecard. Basically, we'll use the quick guide as a quick reference. Also want to encourage folks to take a look at key concept videos around things like the state definitions that are important to Flex, and also key concepts of uptime, speed, and yield that we'll see in this video. But in general, we'll take a look at ShiftDay, which is a very important page in Flex, and basically walk through the key components of this page. We're looking at the areas of the plant where we can select if we want to look at the press area, bindery area. We can filter by that. We can also look at the view period. This page overall is looking at a quick glance of everything in the plant by area, the machines, production lines, and how we're doing today versus either the week, or if we want to see how we're doing today versus the month, we can quickly get a view. If we're having a good month, we'll see that if we're meeting our goals, things are green. If we're behind goal, things go yellow or red. So again, the whole concept here is at a glance, how are we doing as a team? Typically, customers will put this up on a large screen display on the shop floor, on the break room, and want to just get people engaged on how well they're doing. If we take a look, web press 1 is, we go to the right, we see that we have activities. And again, key concept in Flex is run activity, value add, make ready, or setup is yellow. Unplanned downtime we call D1, planned downtimes are D2. And for this particular machine, we see a lot of setups, very short runs, but still we're having a good day. We're above goal for where we should be. Our uptime goal is 38%. We're managing to stay running green 63% of the time, which is wonderful. And the speed target is 19,000. So we're actually running a little bit below the target speed of 19,000, but we're still doing much better today than we've been doing so far for the month. We're currently in a D2 state. We've been in this D2 state for 13 minutes. Started at about 7 o'clock. We can see that web press 3 is also in a break time. We can see the web press 3 is behind for today. We're at 99,000 counts. We're short of where we should be, so this indicates that we're not so far behind that we're in the red. But the 4-hour strip chart shows us that we're having very short runs. We're seeing 5-minute runs here versus 8 minutes, or in some cases 15-minute runs up on the web press 1, which results in a lot more make readies and setups. So in general, some key concepts here is that I can drill in using my activity setup, and I can get a quick sense of what the longest activities have been. I can do a lot of things, and again, I'd encourage people to go to the activity by equipment video to see what we can do with this pop-up. But we can also drill into the actual machine by clicking on its current activity state and see what the equipment portal is showing the operator, and a little bit more visual idea of how this particular shift is going today currently. We can also go to the configuration tab. If we have rights to set up the scorecard, go to ShiftDay scorecard, and I can turn on additional metrics and make them visible. I can also change the sort order of where they're going to show up. And by turning on these additional metrics, we can get a better idea of what's happening on the for the current shift day. In this particular case, now we have much better visibility of this particular machine. Should have hit 102,000 based on its throughput, based on uptime, speed, and yield. Currently it's at 99,000, so we're slightly behind schedule. That's why we're in the yellow. Notice how web press 1 is having a very good day in terms of how much uptime they're achieving, even at that slightly lower speed. They should have been at 156,000. They're at 250,000, so they're well ahead of the target, and certainly well ahead of where they've been for the month in terms of uptime and speed. So again, to quickly summarize, this page is at a glance, and best practice would also be to try to minimize the metrics so it's not too overwhelming for operators to quickly glance up and see what's important. Some people just simply show the count for the day and a single metric like uptime that they want people to focus on to drive the results. So this is the shift day report, the quick start guide. Kind of goes through this in a little bit more detail and shows you how you can drill into the things that we just talked about. That's it.